Here's a story from Grandpa for my three favorite little girls, Emma, Ayla, and Audrey. So what do you girls think about imaginary friends? I never had one when I was a kid. Maybe I just wasn't imaginative enough. Or maybe I spent so much time using my imagination with books that I didn't need one. This story turns the idea of imaginary friends upside down by having an unimaginary imaginary friend go looking for his special child. Confused? Here it is, The Adventures of Beekle. Written and illustrated by Dan Santat. He was born on an island far away where imaginary friends were created. Here they lived and played, each eagerly waiting to be imagined by a real child. Every night he stood under the stars, hoping for his turn to be picked by a child and given a special name. He waited for many nights. But his turn never came. His mind filled with thoughts of all the amazing things that were keeping his friend from imagining him. So rather than waiting, he did the unimaginable. He sailed through unknown waters and faced many scary things. But thinking about his friend gave him the courage to journey on. Until he reached the real world. The real world was a strange place. No kids were eating cake. No one stopped to hear the music. And everyone needed nap time. Then he finally saw something familiar, so he followed. He had a good feeling about this place, but he looked everywhere, and he could not find his friend. He climbed to the top of a tree and looked out, wishing and hoping his friend would come. But no one came. He thought about how far he'd come and how long he'd waited, and felt very sad. Then he heard a noise below. Hello! You can see Beekle climbing down the tree with a piece of paper that was stuck up in the branch and handing it to the girl. Her face was friendly and familiar, and there was something about her that felt just right. At first, they weren't sure what to do. Neither of them had made a friend before, but after a little while, they realized they were perfect together. I'm Beekle. Hi, Beekle. Beekle and Alice had many new adventures. They shared their snacks. They told funny jokes. The world began to feel a little less strange. And together they did the unimaginable. And that's the end of the story. Instead of Alice inventing an imaginary friend, her imaginary friend was actually real and came looking for her. It's a pretty thought to think that there is a place where all these imaginary friends are real, just waiting for a child to call them. Remember, though, that there are really a lot of real kids out there who could use a real friend too, and maybe finding a real-life friend is a better way to go in the long run. What do you think? Always remember that your real-life grandpa loves you, and I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.